So one can store Fusarium isolates on any number of types of media. In our lab group, we store our Fusarium graminearum isolates either on silica gel beads, which you can see here, or on a mixture of sand and soil. So just like when you were single sporing, you'll need to start by getting your spores into a liquid solution. In the case of silica gel, which we sterilized ahead of time, you'll start by pipetting a small volume of sterilized milk onto your carnation leaf agar plate. Using a sterilized glass rod to get those spores into suspension. And then you will pipette a small volume of that spore suspension into your silica gel vial, which you will hold at an angle so that you can distribute the spores throughout the silica gel vial. You will want to make sure to have ice on hand because the silica gel heats up to quite a hot temperature as soon as the liquid hits it. And then once you have pipetted the liquid solution onto the silica gel beads, you will briefly vortex that vial in order to evenly distribute the spore suspension throughout the vial before putting it on ice. And you can always vortex it again after you put it on ice once it has cooled down if you need to distribute that suspension even more. For storing isolates on soil, the process is very similar. You'll start by pipetting a small volume of sterilized water onto your carnation leaf agar plate, and just like for the single sporing process, you'll use a flame sterilized glass rod to bring those spores into suspension. You'll then pipette a small volume of that spore suspension into your vial of soil, which again you'll be holding at an angle so that you can distribute the liquid suspension through the soil as much as possible, and then you will vortex that vial again to distribute the spore suspension as evenly as possible so that there are spores throughout the entire vial of soil. Once you have your vials of silica gel and soil, you can store those at 4 degrees Celsius or in a freezer.